This video is for the people who feel unworthy, who might be regretting the version of themselves that they once were, but are looking for closure to finally learn to let go. Okay, if that is you, you're in the right place, because I'm going to explain to you some of the life lessons I wish I knew when I was a teenager, when I was turning 20, when I was coming out of college, okay? And hopefully you can take away a couple key points in order to shift your life, in order to start feeling worthy again, in order to understand that you are enough, okay? Those are a couple things I didn't know until more recently, and I'm still working on it. I'm still growing. This shakes me up. Okay, so point number one I want to make is, it is not your fault. All right, when I was in high school, I was constantly bullied. Okay, I remember this guy, his name was Mark and Cameron. After school, they would always bully me. They'd always call me names. They'd always make fun of how skinny I was and how short I was at the time. And they would literally put a dagger in all my insecurities. I remember Cameron came up to me once after school. I was walking home. I was so close to being home. And he just come and he just put me in a chokehold from right behind. And then he slapped my nuts and called me some derogatory name. And there was actually a guy standing right there just watching, and he didn't do anything. I was stuck. I was half the size of him. All right, and for the longest time I was wondering, what did I do wrong? I grew enough courage to walk up to him and ask him, hey man, why don't you like me? And you know what he said? He said, dude, it's because you're annoying. What? Well, that stuck with me. Why? Because I was looking for external validity constantly. Everywhere I went, I was thinking, well, how do I not be annoying? How do I fit in? Well, the first point I want to make is that it's not your fault. It's not your fault, buddy. All right? All the bullying, all the anger, all the resentment towards you, that is a reflection of them, not you. You need to understand right now that you are perfect exactly being who you are. No matter what insecurity, no matter what flaw you think you might have, you are enough. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are growing, for crying out loud. If you're listening to this while you are in your teens, you are growing, for damn sake. So stop beating yourself up. Don't let anyone's opinion of you change the fact that you are enough. All right? It's a cruel world. You got to understand all these different individuals, all these people have something going on. When I learned that my bully had family issues, that he was being abused by his own father, verbally, maybe physically too, I don't know. It was then I could understand that, oh, well, it wasn't me. I guess it had nothing to do with me. It was just him projecting what he himself had already been experiencing. Okay, and it made him feel better to take it out on me, which is not excusing it. But once you can learn to understand that it came from something else and it's not connected to you, you can learn to let go and you can learn to forgive no matter what circumstance. Point number two I want to make is this concept of fitting in. Why do we always feel like we need to fit in? Fitting in is stupid. Think about it. I remember when I was in, I think, middle school, everyone was wearing these nerd glasses. It was like a trend. It was something cool. You know, there was like the tape on the backpack. Some people were wearing nerd glasses with tape in the middle. And so, me wanting to fit in, I tried doing that. I threw on some nerd glasses and I walked around school. I didn't need them. I just wore them. And I remember walking during recess or lunch or whatever, and this girl, one of the hottest girls in the school, Kayla, she came up to me. And you know what she said? She said, hey, Sebastian. And I was like, oh, hey. She's like, yeah, hey. Why are you wearing those glasses? Why do you try so hard? You know, now that I think about it, looking back, it was rude. But she's right. Why am I trying so hard? Why was I trying so hard to fit in? I didn't want to wear those glasses. I was doing it because all the cool kids were doing it. How many of you can relate to that? Losing a piece of you, as simple as wearing something you don't want to wear because society, because your friends, your family declare that you need to or have to in order to be accepted. There are so many examples of this in all of our lives. Think about it. Have you ever tried to fit in and actually fit in? No. When you try to fit in, you lose a part of yourself because it doesn't align with your values, with your intuition. You trying to fit in, you kind of fit out. It's a crazy paradox. It's We try so hard to do something, yet once we get there, we never actually get there. We actually do the exact opposite. We actually lose more of ourselves when all we really wanted was to accept ourselves. Subconsciously, when you want to fit in, it's because you're not accepting yourself. And so that's something I wish I knew growing up. That the acceptance comes from within, not out there. This shakes me up because my whole teenage career, I could never find it within, man. I was always looking for it out there. I was looking for it. I was trying to fit in with the group I didn't fit in with, that didn't align with me. People who were pulling pranks left and right and smoking weed and partying and drinking. That wasn't me. But a part of me I sacrificed a little part of me because I thought it would make me happy, but it didn't. I eventually got there and it didn't make me happy. It made me upset because I feel like I had lost months, years worth of time. I could have explored my own passions, my own desires, my own wants in life. Not just all this surface level bullshit. The last point I want to make is I wish I told myself I was worthy. Right now we're on the theme of finding inner worthiness. My whole life, I was waiting for someone to tell me I'm worthy. Okay, I remember going up to this one girl who used to like me, and then I asked her to homecoming, and when she said no, I shut down. And I didn't get a girlfriend until the next 5 years later. It took me 5 to 6 years after that one experience to finally land a girlfriend. Why? Because in between, I was constantly searching and looking. Like, are you gonna take me out? Are we gonna go out? Are we gonna go out? Can I take you out? If you are worthy, you don't need anything. You don't want anything. You just are. And let me tell you, man, once you get there, it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. It's so happy. It's so full. It's so rich. All you want to do is attract people who are the same, who have the same energy, who carry the same vibration as you. And that's such a beautiful feeling. So know you are worthy. Know that no thing is going to make you feel complete. You joining ASB, you making varsity, that's not going to make you complete. Sure, those are cool milestones, but what's going to make you complete, what's going to make you worthy, what's going to make you feel like you are enough is right here, sister or brother. So if there's one takeaway I want you to know today, it is that you are good enough. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. If you find any of this inspirational, motivational, or useful, I want you to comment, I am worthy. Okay? And I'll see you in the next video.